wasn't me!
Doc Owen here with Action Figure Times. Today let's take on some Matty questions. I actually have 2 months worth of questions because I've been running behind and globetrotting a little bit, and so I've actually missed 2 rounds of which I submitted questions and then got some answers back. Some of this is old news and probably not worth reporting, but I think it's interesting at least one of these to show that they were completely wrong. Now, the first question is this. With Batman Arkham City coming out in October, it has come out. It is a fantastic game. I love the game, and maybe I'll do a review on it if you want. If you want me to do a review, make a comment and I will. And I'm going to get to the Batman Arkham City figures. I've got it on my list. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, I'll be able to shoot it. When my editor puts it up, is up to him. Now, I still have not seen any... with Batman Arkham City coming out, I still have not seen anything about the TRU exclusives anywhere. Is this still happening? If so, is it true that you get both the statue and the figure if you buy the collector's edition at TRU? This was their answer. The TRU figure featuring an exclusive skin, 1997 bat suit, will be available at TRU at the launch of the Arkham City video game. This is a while supplies last program, so get there quick. You must purchase the game to get the figure, and there is no statue. Wrong! Okay, first off, this was a complete screw-up as far as I'm concerned. The toys, I was there just a couple days before it, and they had no idea at Toys R Us. They had no idea that it was coming out. They didn't tell them anything. Then, I was there a couple days before it. Then I go there on my regular toy runs, and I see the figure on the shelf. And so I bought it. Now, after I buy it, I start asking questions. They still don't know about it. They've got the figure on the shelf, and they do not know it's a promotion. But here's the thing. If you bought the collector's edition from TRU, you not only got the skin, which is where you can actually play as that character in the video game, which I think probably would have been kind of cool for, I think it's Beach Boy that really wants a blue-cowled Batman. And I think in the game that's the way it was supposed to look, was complete blue cow. You actually got a statue with the collector's edition, which was which maybe I wish I had thought about it and taken it down to show you. But then you also got the figure for free, so you would get them all. They don't know what they're talking about. But to me, it was a complete screw up as far as the promotion. Now, with JLU, next question. With JLU closing out, looking back, was there ever any thought to completing the Superpowers figures in JLU, such as Robin, Cyclotron, Tyr, etc.? Because those characters were not made. We got them in the DC Universe Classics, but not in the JLU. This was their answer. We would love to do more Superpowers figures in JLU, as well as a ton of DCU characters. But at this time, the customer base is just not there. JLU fans tend to be louder than numerous, which makes it harder to expand the line. I think that they were taking a little dig because this is the line they've had a lot of problems with people over. People have really complained a lot. Even the guys, we have to admit it's true, because we complained a lot and we just didn't buy a lot. Now, and I know people were cherry picking and money's tight, and so I don't really fault you. I do find it interesting that this is not the answer to the question. The question was, looking back, was there ever any thought to completing? And then it says, we would love to do more Superpowers. So I guess maybe that means it is, but I think they ought to start reading from now on. Now, the next question is, can you confirm what 2-packs will be needed in the Young Justice line to complete Amazo? The three Young Justice, this is the answer, the 3 Young Justice 2-packs that will contain the Amazo Collect and Connect pieces are Ra's al Ghul and Cheshire, Flash and Kid Flash, Martian Manhunter and Miss Martian. Be sure to be on the lookout for these packs on the shelf spring of 2012. Okay. Let's see. What will happen to the single figure What will happen, this is the question by the way, what will happen to the single figure when the Hall of Justice is finished? I mean, will we have another type of Collect and Connect? For 2012, we are planning 2 Collect and Connect figures that can be built with the pieces in the Young Justice 2 packs. So far, we have announced the first of these Collect and Connect figures, Amazo. In other words, bzz, nothing. The price is probably, I know the price is coming down on these figures, but they're going to cut out that Collect and Connect piece, so I don't know that the price is really going down. Okay, now this was a biggie for me. If no retailers pick up the final wave of the Green Lantern Movie Masters, will you make it possible to buy the needed pieces to complete Parallax? This was the answer. The final 4 figures will only be available through several emerging channel accounts, like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. I'm heard Enchanted Toy Chest is going to be getting them, which is my choice for where to buy toys. We hope to have a full list of stores taking these figures soon. Well, this is over a month and I haven't seen a list. I think this has really had me concerned because I saw the Parallax, even though it is completely out of scale with the figures that it came with. I did want to put it together. Okay, I've been collecting my pieces and things, but the 2 central pieces, right now I haven't been able to connect anything. And so now they're saying that the only way that I'm going to get this is if these other emerging retailers, these e-toy stores, if they take it. Man, this is dangerous. I mean, I think we might have to have an attack team and storm a warehouse or something, because I don't know if we're ever going to get it. The thing that really super concerns me is I don't even see any of the guys in China selling the bootlegs of it, or not bootlegs, but you know, they're stolen samples. I don't even see that. I'm wondering if this stuff ever got made. I'm just saying. Now, here's the next round of questions. That was the first 5. With the announcement of the Superpowers Penguin, what other figures do you think need a Superpowers redo? We can't say too much yet, but be on the lookout for more Superpowers news in 2012. I think they could have at least said what they think needs a redo. I wasn't asking them what the lineup was going to be. Now, next question. And guys, some of these are very, very good questions. Some were mine, some were yours. I really think you all did a good job, but send in some more questions so that we can do it. Now, next one. With this DC subscription, we were told that this would allow you to come to do some older, more classic figures. However, rumors have surfaced that DC might not be as cooperative. Is it true, or is there anything we fans can do to help? Anything you may have heard is just that, a rumor. Warner Brothers and DC are amazing partners. We have some great characters lined up for the 2012 for the DC Universe Club Infinite Earth subscription, but be on the lookout for our reveals throughout the year. Honestly, whoever submitted this question, I don't know how you could think that we would get an honest answer, because they're not going to just say, yeah, DC screwed us, and man, I mean, it's just not going to happen. Now, next question. This was actually, got several different questions about this. With prices going down on the Young Justice 4-inch, maybe because of the Collect and Connect being taken out, will we see the same for the 6-inch? There is not currently a plan to reduce the price of the 6-inch Young Justice figures. We want to continue to offer high-quality figures with amazing display stands and accessories. So they're not cutting the price. To be honest with you, some of that stuff I could do without the stands, and I just like to have some cool figures with some cool accessories. Those stands, they take up a lot of shelf space, but they are cool. Okay, speaking of price, why are Young Justice so expensive for the size when other companies sell these figures with full articulation for cheaper? In other words, a la Marvel Universe G.I. Joe. Let me read the question again because I want to make sure you get it. It says, speaking of price, why are Young Justice so expensive for the size when other companies sell figures with full articulation for cheaper? Now, this was their answer. It says, our goal with Young Justice is to create amazing figures that appeal to our fans. We try to give you something that you'll love for the price paid. That is not an answer. That's nothing. We try to give you something you'll love for the price paid. Well, I tell you what I'd love. I'd love for my figures to have joints and lots of accessories. I'd like for the G.I. Joe, the scale and detailing of the G.I. Joe with all that crap they put in that little box. I want that in my Young Justice figure. I want my Young Justice Robin to be able to put a rear naked choke on Vandal Savage and tie him up and choke him out. But I can't do that because he does this. That's what I would love for the price that I pay. In fact, I think that I actually pay more for a Young Justice figure than I do for a G.I. Joe figure, even though I don't really buy G.I. Joe all that often. I don't like this answer, and I think it sucks. Now, next, since the Rainbow Wave of Lantern figures did not go so well, what is the thought process to give more of the same at the New York Comic Con announcements? Are these fillers while you catch up on the reboot? You know, they were coming up with, you know, LaFreeze and stuff like that, which technically I think is not a bad inclusion. But I think this is a valid question. This wave actually did fantastic, talking about the Rainbow Wave. It sold just as well, in fact slightly better, than the previous two waves. Where? Where did it sell better? Because I see them peg warming, for the most part, in my area. Maybe in your area they've disappeared and completely gone, but I mean, I can go to the store right now and pick up some of them. Please don't send me to the store because I'm too busy. But last time I was at Target, I saw them. But hey, hopefully they're going to come up with some really cool ways. I kind of think they're caught. And going back to the Young Justice thing, there's something I wanted to think about. I don't know what they have to pay for the license. So I understand with Hasbro owning G.I. Joe, with them owning these things, I can see where they'd be much cheaper to make because you don't have to pay another company. And that's a significant piece of change. That's probably a big part of it. I still think they could do a little better for the money. At least that's my thought. But as far as this, the DCUC, I hope they come up with some much cooler stuff. And recently they showed the Superboy, let's see, Superboy, LaFreeze, Flashpoint Plastic Man. The Superboy, I don't mind having Superboy Prime. I don't mind having a Superboy Prime. I didn't like the sculpt at all. I thought it was horrible. But Flashpoint, and I think Batman Beyond was the other one, which, I mean,